Still testing, 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 testing. Okay, gotta see how the stream is doing. Do. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Okay. I even heard background music, so that's good. Hi, Blue. Hi, Gina. Just getting the ball rolling. I just had to make sure I had some sound. Yeah, and the music's working this time. I have to start the music before I start OBS, and it seems to work. Thank you, Gina. Yeah, it's Senpei Notice Me. So we are delving back into Dragoncoast today. Hubby's out shoveling right now, and he's going to do half of it, and then I'm doing the second half later. So, yeah. I'm procrastinating. He's going to go as far as he can, and then I'm going to try and get the rest of it. And I'm still sore after yesterday. I spent a majority of my day helping somebody move, so I was out hauling trash and everything, filled a recycling dumpster and stuff like that, and because I can only lift 30 pounds max, I had to make multiple trips. And I'm in my daughter's heavy motorcycle boots. So it's like my feet hurt, everything hurts. Oh, yeah, I gotta get your music downloaded, sweetie. Thank you, Blue. Yeah, Blue, I'm going to have to shoot you my email or something here. You've got, I'll type my Skype into the live chat here. There's my Skype. And, okay, yeah, I'm going to have to pull that down. I want to get both, because all the, former music is on my other computer, and I want to get it all onto this machine so I can have a whole bunch and different styles, because now I've got classical on here as well, and I still want to get the bluegrass down and stuff like that. So right now it's on 2 different computers. So what I'm just working on now is to try to get this hallway finished. And then we're going to start the big doors in the hall downstairs. Then once we get that part, then I'm going to have to mirror that whole entryway underneath the floor in the King's Hall. Yeah, a lot of stuff to do. Whoops. So that's where we're heading today. I want to get this thing really worked on here and just see where I can take this bugger. So far looking really cool. I got to figure out the ends and how I'm going to do the displays on the ends, but this is what the sides are going to look like, and this is Char Rombeam's flag here, because she did a lot of work for my GoFundMe and promoting it and everything. So she's the hand of the queen. But we're going to need this stairwell today too, so maybe just working on that. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, G+ will work. Oh, I'm not worried. I'm so barely on Skype, Blue, that I'm not too worried about it. I have like maybe 6 people on Skype, so, you know, I don't download things from people and stuff like that. There's very few that I trust to download from, so you're on a very, very tight list. Just a second. How bad is it?
Over anywhere the wind blew, it's over a foot deep.
Oh my God.
The sidewalk left, some chunk I left you, it's not that deep. I left you half the sidewalk, but I did all the rest of it because we still have to get the car out and we still have to do the trash. So you got...
Yeah, because the trash has got to be done by morning and the car has to be done by morning, doesn't it?
Trash has to be done by Friday morning.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. And the car's got to be moved tonight.
Yes.
Eek. Hey, yay, snow emergencies. Gotta love it.
The street actually doesn't look that bad.
Oh, good.
Looks like the wind blew onto the sidewalk.
Let's see. So we need that. And what did I do over here? Oh, that's what I did. Okay.
Sorry for interrupting.
Oh, that's okay. I wanted to know how it was going to go, so.
Well, you've got something to do. I did the bulk of the front, realizing there was more shit to do all over.
Yeah. And I had shoveled a big chunk around the garbage cans last time, so it shouldn't be too hard to shovel this time. Only in a live stream you hear me talking about shoveling. Yeah, hubby just said it blew in over a foot in our yard. It's gonna be a mess. I have to send more pictures to my landlord because, well, he's living further south, so he doesn't get to enjoy this anymore. I was like, yeah, you gotta come move back up here. We miss you and you miss this. We're just a little snarky. It helps when you know very nice people and you can joke around and it's awesome. So a lot of repeating patterns at this point, but we'll get there. I want to get this done before I do the straight episode 50, so we have a bunch ready for download. And then I have to edit my web page on top of it. Just a lot to go. Yeah, you got rain there all day. That would probably flood our basement in the one corner, I swear. My shoulder's better. I've been trying not to move it. It was really sore last night, though. Really, really bad. Okay, what do I have here? What did I do? Okay. I see what I did. Don't chisel into the roof. Okay. Looks like I had lined that with brick up there, so yesterday I was doing a little bit on this and ended up with having the concrete powder I used came tumbling down on top of me. So I'm probably going to have to modify the roof of this thing anyway. The whole exterior needs to be done as it is, so. This castle exterior, well, the whole thing's going to take quite a long time. Whoops. There we go. And so then it was the doors. Here we go. Yeah, I've barely been on G Plus since they're closing, you know, but I will get on there later, Blue, and grab those files from you. 'Cause SoundCloud, it looks like they want you to pay a membership to download them, and it's just annoying. I'd rather pay you and not pay them.
10.5 inches
That we've had so far? Okay, according to WCCO, we've had 10.5 inches of snow here already. Yeah, I do the exercises on my right arm, and so I'm going to have to do the same now on my left. I've rehabilitated my right without surgery, so I'm hoping I can do the same. The problem is it's on the same side that I've got a lot of the damage to my neck, so I'm going to have to be a lot more careful. Not create bigger problems. Okay, so that's the brick. Decracked brick. Okay, got that there. And I didn't have any over here. That's okay. And then it was that. This whole end I'll figure out yet anyway once I get to working on the ends. Hoping I'll have enough energy tomorrow to do a painting live stream. I'll still have to schedule my sleep time for work tomorrow night, but yeah, I was pretty happy to be able to get the other side rehabilitated without the surgery, because to have 6 months off, there's just no way. We'd never make it. Okay, so there's 2 there, and then 2 of these. Okay. All right. And I'm looking at the chat messages through my phone, just so you guys know, because I don't have the second monitor connected on this thing yet. Okay, so that was 2 as well, right? Yep. Whole end is probably going to change. I don't know. We shall see. At least I have a likable pattern. Will you not do that? Thank you. All right. Missed. There we go. All right, next layer. Cracked. Next layer is cracked. All right. Okay, Whoops. Not too bad though, because that won't screw up the pattern up above. All right. Two. Uh. Huh. Oh, I see what I did. Okay. So brick. Oh, might not work with that roof there. It's gonna need a full rework. Doggone it. I wasn't satisfied with the roof up above anyway. Didn't like how it looked. Oh, that's kind of cool. Get a look at that tower up there. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, my kids were pretty big into Minecraft for a while too. Not so much anymore. Okay, was that? Yeah. Okay. It's amazing though. I get a lot of people where I see in comment sections, speaking of comment sections, Blue, where they're like, oh, Minecraft is a kid's game, and they'll sit there and they just call you names over it, and it's like, yeah, a kid is going to create something this big, you know, and there's military people and more medical people that play this. I met a lot of ER nurses over the years that played World of Warcraft, you know? I mean, gaming is a thing. It's a huge part of our culture now. But yeah, Blue, the reparations thing, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's I think we're hitting a point where people are trying to whitewash history a little bit because there's things there that they don't want to look at and they don't want to be reminded of. And the whole reparations thing, unless the person is still alive and has actually been damaged by something done to them. I mean, you think about it. Jackie Chan was a slave. And then, of course, our guy from Star Trek ended up living in the Japanese internment camp. You know, people like that. George Takei. Yeah, so people like that have actually been affected, I can see reparations. Or for their children, because, you know, if they're, hubby just said that, children get affected by what their parents have been through, you know? If I goof this up, I'm not going to be happy with myself. Okay, one of those. Okay, I see where that is. But to have to do reparations on something that happened like, you know, over 100 years ago and nobody's alive to remember it, you know. Not that we should forget anything that's happened, like I have issues with people who deny the Holocaust, you know. We can't deny this stuff. We can't deny that it's happened. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that, Gina. That's an actual heritage to be really proud of, though. Don't let them forget that. And that's the thing, though, is we all have interesting histories if you go back into everybody's genealogy. I'm lucky that a lot of my history that I can't talk about is recent. And you know, so a lot of it is really current, but there's just some very, very cool stuff that has happened over time, and there's a lot to be proud of. It's like people who try to claim that they are native and they actually are not. And, you know, it's like, you've got an amazing family history as it is. Why do you have to add this fake thing on there? And at some point, all of us started as tribal back in whatever group we came from. Mine happens to be Germany, but we didn't have these big, big civilizations, you know. Although, I guess the Aztecs and the Inca were, and the Maya were a lot bigger than we originally suspected. They're finding more and more what they thought were settlements, and here they're all linked together. And I forgot what the estimate of one of those groups is, but we're talking major cities that were bigger than the big ones in Europe. And it's like, so we can't think that, you know, all of them were tribal people, and we can't think that they having the European settler idea of, oh, they're primitive. No. Teotihuacan was 50,000 or no, 50 to 100,000 people when London only had 20,000 in it. So these are the things in our histories that just are mind-blowing. Oh, neat. A Goth and German tribe. Oh, cool. Alrighty, so now we gotta, I'm gonna be tunneling into walls here. This whole dimension of this wall out here is gonna end up changing on me. Oh. Oh boy. Maybe not. Maybe I'll get by with this. Let's just throw these pillars in first. Polished andesite. All right, I see what I did. I see what I did there. Oh, yeah, there's that little alcove that it's going to take me a while to figure out what to do with that thing. This is such a long project. Giant project is giant. All right, and right there is a doorway. We're not going to have another doorway here. Ah. Uh-huh. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing. Let's fix this. All right. I think I've got an idea what's happening here. All right, and that's fine. And there. Even doing this in survival, I wouldn't be having a fit over the wasted supplies too much. I don't think I'd be doing this in survival, though. This is just so huge. Oh, yeah. That's it. I like, I have such a long in my lifetime history with the Ojibwe, and it started out with my art business actually started with me making dream catchers to sell, and probably not, considering they're a spiritual item, probably not the most ethical thing I could have been doing, but it was getting me started. And so we were at a craft show, and it was in at a casino, which, you know, is tribal, and elders came up and took a look at my work, and they actually had said that I'd honored them, and I was just so happy. You know, that just made it for me. And that's kind of how it all began for me. And later on, I was asked by elders to do beadwork for them. And so I started doing that, and that just took me further into it, got my naming done, and, you know, I really, really am happy that I had that opportunity, you know. It was a huge honor, especially to work on a bald eagle feather. That was so incredible. Okay, so I have the patterned ones back here. Okay. And that one is going to be without. How did I do that over here? So not all the alcoves are perfect, and I'm not going to futz with them that much. Okay, so brick and so this isn't going to be the middle right here. I might set a painting in this, I'm thinking. not have this one actually be, whoops, why did I do that? I need obsidian. I'm not going to have this one be a banner, I don't think. I think we're going to set a large painting in this one. So let's put some glowstone behind it and have extra light. So the light will pop through there. Okay, now fence, cobble fence. And then this. All right. Oh, my mother speaks and can read 6 languages. My grandmother was an interpreter and she could read and speak fluently 9 languages. I know a smattering of German, a smattering of Yiddish, and a smattering of Spanish, a very small smattering of Spanish. It's sad. Whoops. I want to see what I can do here with paintings. Can't. There we go. Oh, for cool. What else can I put there? No. What is that? I like that one. But let's see. There's that weird one. I still think that one's the best. It just looks so Greek or something. Okay, pop these end rods in. I like that. And it glows. Look at that. That's awesome. Because we have to have light in here or there's going to be problems. Then I have to finish designing banners and get them all moved in here. And figure out what I'm doing with the center. I might add columns in here to put banners on. So I also need to have a spot if I get user heads to stick in. I got to figure out how to do that. I knew I had looked it up and I figured out how, but I haven't followed through with it. Because I have Paranoia's head. That sounded really, really bad. Oh, that was terrible. And of course I have to get hubby's head in here and mine. And my kids. Well, my daughter doesn't play on the PC though, so she has a very old Xbox 360, so probably not hers. But my son definitely has an account and I'll be able to get his added in. All right. I'll have to make up one for my daughter. Let's get these in here. Making the progress. Sorry it's so dark. I'll fix that in a moment. I'm really liking this. This is coming out really good. The other thing I'm excited about is getting that Dragon of Marduk painted. It's coming out a lot better than I ever expected. So weird copying another artist from ages ago. And still it's not a copy, and hubby and I agree I need to actually needle felt the Dragon of Marduk. Okay, those were... Okay, that's what those were. My plans with Dragoncoast in the meantime is I want to get to any work that I do, I want to live stream it, but sometimes I don't have time to do more than a half hour or something like that. And so some of the work is being done offline, and I know I said I wasn't going to do that with this world, but I really, really would love to be able to just do the whole thing. Which, as I'm landscaping, will be boring for some people, but unless they like my endless banter. Well, thank you, Gina. I'm glad you popped in to say hi and watch. Whoops. Okay, now for... Yes. Yeah, that's correct. I'm like, boy, that seems really wide. No, it's correct. All right. I like that painting at the beginning there. That looks really, really nice. I suppose I could make that into, say, hubby's banner. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be... The painting itself is the king of the realm. There we go. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to have one for myself here too. Let's see what we got. Because I'd put them at the throne part, but, you know, and that might not... Oh, what am I doing? I keep forgetting about these ends. Oh. Can I face palm on the floor here? I want to face palm on the floor. Face palm, yeah. Oh yeah, I think Obese to Beast is gonna regret contacting Amber. If what she says is true about the dietitian, then we're gonna leave that because King and Queen should be at the end of the hall here, something grand. And I have to keep in mind that we've got that little tidbit there. Huh. Okay, I gotta go look at that tidbit on the outside. Ow! My ankle! My ankle go all bendy-wendy. Okay. So if I put stuff behind here, it's not going to be a big deal. Not really. I don't want to mess that up. Oh, that floor. Oh, man. See, this is the big entrance to that. There's going to be massive doors right here. Because this is a little bit open, so there would be wind right here, and we don't want... Actually, if I throw like a curtain up here... Make it look like there's curtains. I'm going to have to come back to that. But there will be huge doors right here to be able to make sure this doesn't turn into a wind tunnel and blow everybody away. It's cold in the snowy mountains. This is so pretty though. Oh, I love this floor. That was so worth the effort. The chest is there because I'll be moving banners into it as I figure things out. I have all the banners named and everything, so this isn't gonna work right here. I'm gonna have to take those little pieces out, I think. Alright, let's see what we're gonna do. Go down to a blank wall and take a look at this bugger. Cobble is just not fitting. Seems silly to take it all down and I'm going to put it all back, but I gotta see the canvas. Now, what am I going to do back here? So much of this I need for the pattern on the other side is my problem. Unless I incorporate this decoration into the wall. Let's count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we figure out the center, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here'd be the center pillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I did get that counted right. And let's keep the same pattern for here. You okay, sweetie? If you need to go lay down, go lay down. Did you take your pain medicine? Stubborn. Well, with the blizzard, you're not going to be driving tonight. Go take your pain medication. Stop being as stubborn as me. I know you don't want to, but sweetheart, you can't go like this. What? You have MS, dear. You have to take medication for it. You know, it's what it is. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. He's just as stubborn as I am. Okay. Then if we do that, do the stone. Huh. Let's throw that one in there. And there. No, let's take this one out. Oops. That one out. That there. Okay, that's better. No. I can't get this. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. Dorky girl, dorky girl. And then that. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Then we'll have the royal banners hanging there. Okay, I think we might have it. And then, of course, the paintings for the crowns. So let's get back to the cobble fence here. No, 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 no. All right. Figured this one out. Okay. And this one. Whoops, not like that. All right, gotta stand on something. And on top of the anvils. No. I don't have to do on top of the... Oh, I don't have to do that. I know what I'm going to do. What I could not do in the main hall. I'm going to do it. Doggone it. I know what I'm doing. Okay. Now, the trapdoors. Which ones? Which ones? Which ones? Still thinking the acacia. And I'm going to run into the same problem that I did before with the center part. Fantastic. Really? Now what do I do? Okay, that fakes it enough. That fakes it enough. I kind of like that. I got my fire in there. Yeah, MS has been not fun for any of us, and it's hard for me with being a nurse. It's like I've got this idea that I can fix everything, and I can't, you know, and it's like I wish there was more that I'd be able to do, and it's, you know, it is what it is. Let's go 5 here. Okay. And we'll go there. And there. Let's see if I can get this one side, then we'll just repeat it on the other. I don't want to give up the same pattern either. We're going to go like that, and like that. Kind of messes up right here, but that's okay. We'll get it. Not as bad as it could be. Actually, this one should be wider than this one. So let's move this one step over. Right there. Okay. And do this here. Sweetie, I will be out. We will get the rest of it done. Right now, just we will get it. We have to have it moved by tomorrow morning. So we'll definitely get it moved by tomorrow morning, the latest. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I know where I'm going. Gonna at least get this wall done, because it's... No, don't... Oh, $2,400 a month for medications. Yeah. Yeah. That's ugly, isn't it? Yeah, Gina's mom, Gina in the live chat here, her mom has MS, and she's going through the same stuff you are, you know, but the cost is ugly. I've got my torches above a wood beam. I'm so glad I have fire tick off. He's burned down a whole bunch of stuff. I've done that too. I accidentally set fire to a building by having a burning fireplace in it. And Paranoia and I came on after we'd been offline for a while, and my entire Kings Road building was gone. It was ash. Luckily, he had saved a screenshot of it, because by this point the server had completely backed up. And so I had to rebuild the whole thing. This beautiful inn right over a main road, so the road went under the inn. I was like, oh man, I was just about in tears. It's like, yeah, this is a hard survival mode, and I don't have fire off. This needs a fancy brick here. Maybe? No, if I do more than that, it's going to be too much. Okay, whoops. Oh, I like that. Well, that's not going to matter right there. Can't see that. Okay. Oh, sweet. That is an issue right there. And I suppose I have to have something lit back there. Let's go look. Yeah, I think that kind of pain medication needs to be legalized. That particular one, just all the way around. Just forget all this silliness. There's only, I think, like now 9 or 10 diseases in Minnesota that are approved for it. And they still will try to go to other medications first. What do I do with you? Don't want to mess that up. But up here, is it going to make that much of a difference? Let's switch this around a bit. I have to put that back in place. Let's throw cracked brick behind it. I need all of these. Yeah. That. Change the pattern a little bit. Okay. Same over here. And put these back in. All right. That's pretty minor for a fix on that wall there. Yeah. There's just, I mean, I've seen kids be able to get off of really hard medications. We're talking little kids. For seizure control and stuff, some of the anti-seizure meds are absolutely hard. I mean, they're very, very rough on a child. That's not going to work. I screwed up right here. But, you know, as soon as they go with the marijuana for them, it's amazing because they end up off of a lot of stuff. Then what they do is they go and change the diet as well, so they end up on a more whole foods diet, and the combination of the two decreases seizures like you would not believe, because a lot of the tube feeding formulas are oil-based and all these artificial sweeteners and everything else, and they're finding that there's a lot of companies that are making these new formulas for tube feedings that actually are real food and just pureed real food, and you mix with water and you run it through the G-tube and it's fine. As soon as they're getting away from all the artificial sweeteners and everything else, these kids are having a better chance along with the change in the pain medication. And so it's not about the hippies and people, you know, that are just headbanging and want their pot. I mean, there is a real benefit to this without completely snowing somebody, you know. I wonder. No, I don't want to mess up, but I'd like to carry some of the pattern from downstairs. Let's see. Yeah, if I have that on the ends, that's going to look pretty cool. Okay, let's see what kind of paintings we can get here. Okay, there's potential. Well, that's why it's only doing a narrow one, is because of these right here. What if I put something here really quick on the sides? There's a method to my madness here. Just a second. Now. Can we get a longer one? Nope, I'm going to have to design banners for hubby and I think. This is all... Well, that's not bad, though, that it's going to have banners. That works. Okay. Oh, you had a seizure child in daycare. Yeah. Vaccines, I am fully for vaccines. In part because, you know, I work with some children who can't get vaccinated themselves. And it does make a huge difference. We have to build up this herd immunity, and just because Teal Swan says it means that we're all cows, and that's why we use the term herd immunity, and it's insulting humans. No, it isn't. It just, we're a biological organism. These things do work, and we've eradicated diseases, and now they're coming back. And this is even as far as recently some of these outbreaks, like of chickenpox, which we can vaccinate for now and stuff, has been affecting children that I know that are on immune suppressants for transplants. And they can't help it. And why should this child be isolated and not allowed to go to school and not allowed to do these things because somebody else doesn't want to vaccinate their kid? Vaccinating saves lives, and it saves more than just the person's own child. It saves other kids too. And I think it's going to have people probably mad at me, but I think it's very selfish to not do it and to, you know, to be against it completely. I think that's selfish reasoning, because you find a lot of these parents brag about, well, I didn't vaccinate my kid, and my kid is so healthy, and they're so smart, and they're this and this. And it's these wealthy people that do this on top of it. And it's bragging rights. That's all it is. They're doing this for bragging rights. And that's just awful. And a lot of these kids that have not been vaccinated are turning around and rebelling against their parents and getting vaccinated. And it's like, good on them. You know? Oh, I don't think there is an over-vaccination. You have to have boosters, because after a while, if you don't have any exposure, to keep the antibodies in your system active, you know, I don't know if it's that the body just becomes used to the fact that this never happened, but the immunity decreases over time, and the boosters just help bring it back, you know. So this, you know, it's just something that needs to be done. There isn't an over-vaccination, I don't think. Now, some kids will react to like the MMR and stuff, and what they found is that if they split the MMR up into separate doses within a few months of each other or something like that, that seems to work better because you're not causing an infection or problems at the injection site and triggering an allergic response in the child. And so sometimes that works, but that's only in really specific circumstances and should not be for all children. Because these diseases are out there and they have to be dealt with right away, so it is a very complex issue. But there's also a lot of science behind it, and we just need to knuckle down and go with what the science says. Okay, where are we? There we are. And then I did the prismarine in the center. Okay. Yeah, people need to get it out of their heads that science is out there just to get everybody and lie about things and turn us into all zombies and stuff like that. There's real reasons that we do certain things, and that includes vaccinations. It's to protect our species overall, and this is a tool we have. We made these tools. We might as well use them. They're important. Okay, and what did I do over here? All right. Oh, that's... Okay, I was right. Oops. There we go. All right, and 2 of those. I've got to give myself something to stand on. Anvil. Another piece of nether brick. Nether rack. Nether rack. I didn't need to do that. I thought I did, but I didn't. And tools again. I am really satisfied with this wall. This is coming out so nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like that. HPV, I think that's necessary too, because that can prevent cancer later on. And that's really, really important. A cervical cancer can metastasize quickly, and it is really, really a bad thing. And so HPV, it's like anything else. People complain about infants getting hepatitis vaccines. Yeah, the infant is not going to have a contact with somebody that is risque and causes them to get hepatitis that way. But if they randomly run into anybody that's got it, that has, causes blood to face contact, anything like that, that infant is at risk. Having that vaccine is going to protect that infant. And same thing with the HPV vaccination for a teenager, because, what if that girl marries somebody later on who had experience and doesn't know that they're carrying it? And then the end result is that she's going to have an infection that is going to lead to cancer. You just don't know. And so prevention is the best medicine in that case. Alrighty, well, I think I'm going to call it because I gotta go out and shovel. But I'm so happy. I don't know what I'm doing with this wall yet. We'll figure it out, but this, I'm very pleased with this. I'm gonna make some banners and we'll get some banners placed in here. This is really pretty. And then we're gonna figure out the center. I don't want to block off the view, so I may put some smaller beams on the sides only here. We'll see. Okay, everybody, thank you for popping in, and you guys all have a fantastic night. Blessed be everyone.